Okay, guys, we are back. Wow, it's been weeks since I've put out a new video. I have been finishing up my work as part of the crew on a TV show for Lionsgate. We've been working on it for Lionsgate TV. We're working on it for about 5 or 6 months. We the last 3 weeks were just hardcore, knocking it out, and so I had no time between that and my 15-month-old daughter. No time. Again, this channel is a hobby to me. I enjoy doing it, but I can only do it when I can. Thanks for everybody tuning in and sticking with me. I'm going to be cranking out the content now that I'm in between shows. I'll have some downtime and be able to knock back some content. Some big things have happened recently. As of today, I saw that Disney had their shareholders meeting, and when I heard the news of the CEO saying that Kathleen Kennedy basically wasn't going anywhere, I just thought it's kind of like when Obi-Wan Kenobi was like, it's as if 1,000 voices cried out in terror all at once, like in A New Hope. Because all I could see in my head when I heard that news was, Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers and all the crazy, nut jobs going nuts. I did a video. I'll put a link in the comment section below. The case for Kathleen Kennedy. It got a lot of traction because I kept saying she's not going anywhere. She's not going anywhere. She's made a ton of money. She has a lineage in film history as far as some of the biggest blockbuster franchises and stuff of all time, having her hand in it in some capacity. And she's not going anywhere because Disney understands that she has brought a ton of money. And now that they seem to be going in a great direction, everyone's going nuts over I saw The Rock from the High Republic. This meme went around about this stone that has significant power or whatever, like of the Force. Look, I'm not going to read the High Republic only because I don't read a lot of the Star Wars novels. I just don't. And from what I understand, I've seen people who have read some of the novelizations as of recently, and they say it's pretty good. So I think a lot of people cry foul when it's first being launched and everything, but don't take the time to actually read it, and it's probably not as bad as they make it out to be. That being said, I thought that was pretty wild, that they're going to be doing all the stuff going forward. Kathleen Kennedy's still going to be involved. I think, look, when it comes to Kathleen Kennedy, I think people need to understand this. She will make the decision when she leaves. And that's it. It's not going to be like, the CEOs of Disney or it's like her contract's up. Hey, you want to keep going? You're making us a lot of money. People now love Star Wars. They love The Mandalorian. You're an executive producer of that. Remember, she's a numbers cruncher person, you're keeping the budgets in line and all that kind of stuff. And then, talking to the creatives and all that other kind of stuff. But obviously, she's knocked this out of the park with Jon Favreau and having Filoni kind of taking the reins on a lot of stuff now, which is good. That's what good producers do. They fix things when they go broke, when they're broken, and they put them back together again. That's what they do. So that was really fun. I don't even go over to Geeks and Gamers and all those channels. All the hate channels is what I call them, because that's all they do is bitch and moan. And I guarantee, like, all of them, we're canceling because of Gina Carano. We're canceling our Disney Plus. None of them canceled their Disney Plus. None of them. Because of all the Marvel stuff, because Andor's coming, because the Book of Boba Fett. Do you think any of these people complaining and bitching about Disney Plus and all the social justice warrior stuff, you think they're canceling their no? The shareholders meeting said today they now have over 100 million people subscribing. Do that. Let's round it up at $100 a year. 100 million. That's close to $3 billion. Yeah, something like that. 1.7 billion was when they were at 50 million. 3 billion now. $3 billion. And then they're going to crank out tons of new Star Wars content. You think these people are quitting on it? You think Doomcock is getting rid of his subscription to Disney Plus? It ain't happening. Okay, I digress. A couple other things we'll talk about. Get off that subject for a second. I haven't seen Coming to America yet. I've been dying to see it. It was released, I guess, a week or so back. Haven't had time to sit down with it, but then I saw, online, Twitter, everybody just bashing the movie. Oh my God, it's 30 years too late. It felt like a TV movie. The jokes were just rehashed jokes from the first one. Blah blah. I mean, there was so much negative out there. I haven't seen a lot of positive. But I actually know people that were involved in the production, and they were going nuts and are so proud of the project. They were in my Facebook feed. Some of my friends in Atlanta in the film industry actually worked on the film, some makeup artists and things like that. They were all just going nuts because they worked so hard to create the different characters and do this, all that kind of stuff. So, they put the hard work into it. So I definitely am going to check it out. I want to watch it with open eyes. I'm trying not to go into projects now being reactionary. I think so much of the stuff online now is just like, they're looking for a reason to hate something. So I'm gonna I got some open eyes, and I haven't because of the TV show I was working on for the last 5.5, 6 months. I missed all WandaVision. And every time they would come out with a new episode, I'd be like, oh my God, I'm 2 episodes behind. I got to, and then, I get one day off because we're working 6 days a week on this TV show. And I'd get one day off a week. And the one thing I want to do is sleep and play with my kid and spend time with my wife, the best of my ability. And I just didn't have time to commit to, I know a lot of the earlier episodes, people were saying they were like 25 minutes a piece or stuff like that. And I didn't have time. I just didn't have time. So I'm gonna binge watch, which I hate binge watching, but I'm gonna try to knock out WandaVision just to have it because Falcon and the Winter Soldier's coming, and I really love the Falcon and Winter Soldier. The thing about the WandaVision and everything, it wasn't on my radar as like, oh my God, I have to see this now and cover it. It just wasn't. It's just not on my radar. I love, I did a movie with Paul Bettany a year or so back called Uncle Frank. It's on Amazon Prime streaming, and a great experience. He's a super amazing actor, and I was itching because I love the Marvel universe. I was itching to see WandaVision, but it's like, oh my God, now I've got all this to catch up on. I got this, that. And, I've seen some spoilers, but I'm a guy that I don't go crazy if I see a spoiler. So, it was revealed that this person's in it or that. But that doesn't bother me. It doesn't take me out of it. I can still, put myself into the subject matter and not skip a beat. That's fine. Let's see what else is going on in the world. There's a lot going on, and I'm gonna be covering stuff as this is the channel update. I'm actually gonna be hopping over to a couple other channels. Austin from the review show, I will be doing his show coming up here soon. Now that I've got some free time, and I'm gonna start putting my own guests on the show as well. And I'm actually gonna experiment with the. I think I'm at a point where I can do the live streaming things where I can schedule like, hey, I'm going to talk about this and do a live streaming thing. So I'm going to try that and see where that goes, see if anybody jumps on board and checks out any of that. And well, that's really it. And what I'm also going to do is I'm going to start putting some of the content that I've actually produced or been in as an actor, clips, talk about things from the different movies that I've been in, show a scene, and then maybe talk about how I got there and how I was cast and got the part and all that other kind of stuff. And there's some productions that because I've been producing, short films and TV spec pilots and stuff like that since 1999. Just always, having my finger in something. When you work in the film industry and you're working at, it's like there's like so many different realms you can go into. And I'm going to be delving into all the different, and this is a way for people to kind of get to know me a little bit better on the channel. You know, everyone who knows me kind of knows me, but if I talk about like, oh, when I landed this part, you know, I was here and that happened and my agent called me, blah, blah. They're fun stories. And so I want to touch base on some of that stuff too, for the audience. So you guys kind of know where I'm coming from and, you know, what I've done on what films and what TV shows. Cause I've been knocking this back for over 20 years, man. And it's good stuff. You could check out my IMDb if you want. I've got Kahlua in my mug. This is good stuff. It's the knockoff. Well, no, it's what do you call it? It's like the knockoff Bailey's, but I think it's called Kirkwood. It's what Costco puts out. Costco makes their version of like Bailey's. So I got the Irish cream going here. It's basically a dessert, a nightcap, if you will. So yeah, I mean, that's what I've got going on now is I'm in between shows and ready to go and ready to get back in this. And, but I'm going to try to stay positive. I'm looking forward to the Snyder cut. Oh my God, that's around the corner. I don't have HBO Max, but, if anybody has the codes that they want to lend me, they can, so I can log in. No, I'm just kidding. I think there is an option to actually buy the film once it's released worldwide. You can pay a premium price and do a digital download. So I think that's probably what I'll end up doing, or renting it like they did Wonder Woman. Because we've got, between all the streaming stuff, between the wife and I, we've got Netflix, we've got Hulu, we've got Amazon Prime, but that's because, there's a lot of shopping going on Amazon, and so we kind of get the free postage thing. Disney Plus. I mean, when you start adding up all the streaming services, we're almost at like what we were paying $220 worth of cable back in the day. You disconnect and you think you're going to save money. And then, Paramount Plus is coming out. I don't have CBS All Access. There's a lot of stuff. I missed Picard. I missed all the Star Trek stuff. I just see the highlights and clips. I haven't watched Discovery or any of that stuff either. Because, I mean, when does it stop? They're going to have to bundle things. I noticed Disney Plus was doing the thing where they're adding Hulu and ESPN in one price, but we already paid a full year, when it first started. So, and then bam, oh, hey, guess what? We're doing this combo thing. It's like, well, we already paid the full year. So I don't feel like dropping money, on HBO Max yet. I could do the 30-day trial, but it's like you do the 30-day trial just to see Justice League. I haven't seen Wonder Woman yet, to see the Snyder cut, and I could check out Wonder Woman, I guess. And, there's Friends, but we have a lot of that. Like my wife has all the seasons of Friends already on hard disk. So there's no other real reason to get the Warner Brothers stuff. I've got The Matrix. I've got all these movies, Lethal Weapon, all this stuff, Blu-rays that, the stuff I would want to watch. So I don't know. I feel like I'm rambling, but it could be the Irish cream. So yeah, I'm back. Thanks again to Casey, my buddy Casey, who travels the world. He was in Dubrovnik where they shot The Force Awakens, and he grabbed this shirt for me. It's always nice to have friends that travel the world. As soon as he saw it and he saw the city streets and everywhere where they shot the movie, he was like, oh, I'm buying that. And he got that for me. And that's really it. Okay. Now you know what's coming up on the channel. Now you know, and I'm getting geared back up again. And hopefully we'll have some exciting stuff. If you haven't been watching The Sinner, all 3 seasons are now on Netflix. It's a really great show starring Bill Pullman. A lot of great people work on it. And season 3 is kick-ass, just so that you know. I need to get caught up on The Equalizer as well. I saw the first 2 episodes. I need to do a follow-up review on that. Haven't gotten around to that one. I've got a friend that's in episode 4 of The Equalizer. She already posted her clip of her scene up on Facebook, so I've already seen that. But I want to support my friend, because when people watch and stream, they get residual income. So I'm going to be checking out the Equalizer and catch up with that. I'm hoping the writing gets better. One of the things that somebody had called me out and said, you know, because I had talked about the Equalizer in a video, and they had called me out and said, hey, you know, it's really, it's not that good. It's not that good. And so I watched the 2 episodes, but then something kind of stuck out on me. It feels like a lot of TV shows, it takes about 6 episodes before they get their groove on, before everybody's meshed together, the whole crew has come together. The first couple episodes are always a little, on any show, I don't care what show it is, coming out of the gate, you got to get to episode 6. That's just how it works. And so there was this one scene I saw, I guess it was either episode 1 or episode 2. And there was this safe that they had to crack. And the thing about the writing that I noticed is everything just seems too easy, and is like, that leads to that, and that leads to that. And oh, guess what? This leads to that. And ta-da, here we are. That's how we got here. There's a scene with the safe where Queen Latifah says to the other guy that's next to him, she says, the guy that was in Saving Private Ryan, and he's been in a ton of stuff, and she says, and it's a safe, one of the hardest safes to ever crack into, blah 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 blah, but it has a circuit board. And then the guy, goes, which means it can be hacked. And she goes, precisely. And it's like, first of all, if they know each other, they would not have had to have that conversation. It's like they're spoon feeding information to the audience through the writing. And that's like it's some of the worst writing you can do, is spoon feeding information. Let the audience discover with the character as they're going forward, but you don't have to spoon feed like the setup. You don't have to say, because it can be hacked, wink, 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 wink. It's like, that's just too in your face spoon feeding dialogue. I would have fought that if I was an actor on that set. I would have been like, guys, can we say this a different way? It just seems like we're spooned, but you don't want to buck it. You don't want to buck the producer or anything, and the writers. Don't want to make them unhappy. But that was something I noticed about the Equalizer. So I'm hoping that the writing gels a little bit better, and they don't connect the dots in every episode so easily. It just seemed like it was like, boom, I went here and I solved that, and boom, that caused that to happen, and boom, that caused that to happen, and boom, here we are, I saved the day. And it's like, come on. You let us, I know it's not on the caliber of a show like Homeland yet, but I'm hoping that they're striving to get there, because I want to see the Equalizers succeed. I wasn't really into it in the beginning, and then after I watched the pilot, I was like, okay, I believe this. It took me a second, but I believed it. So yeah, I've got some friends that have worked on it, acting wise. So I want to check that out. And so that's it. I know this is like 18 minutes of me rambling, but you know what? It's been almost a month since I put out a video, and I'm just kind of getting back into the groove of things. So now I have to watch content, check out things. I'm going to try not to do too many reaction videos, because, it seems like that's low hanging fruit. Watch something, react to it, give your opinion, whatever. But it seems like that those things get a lot of hits, but it seems like low hanging fruit. You can call me out if I do some reactions, but I will. There are going to be some things that I want to watch for the first time and react to. So I will be doing that. And I've got some unboxings that I'm going to be doing. I've got this, a friend of mine, Danny Miller. We just finished working on the TV show together. He gave me a poster that he made himself. I'm going to do an unboxing video on that one. We're both huge Godzilla fans. So I've got a hunch, but I can't wait. I'm going to do an unboxing on that. And then I've got some other things coming. I've got a cosplay jacket that I ordered online. Spring is here. I want a nice light jacket. So I ordered the Han Solo Empire Strikes Back jacket. So I want to see how that's going to fit, what that's going to be like when it comes out of the package. Hopefully it's good. If it sucks, it's going to suck. But I wanted like a windbreaker, but I wanted something that, you know, is cool to me, because I don't care if I walk around in a Han Solo jacket. I don't care. No one's going to know except Star Wars fans. So yeah. And that's it. We're at 20 minutes, so I'll stop there. And if you guys have any feedback, what do you want to see out of the channel? Let me know. And be looking for me on the review show with Austin coming out soon. And we'll see you on the next one.